You would. It's pretty much common knowledge. He even admitted to it many times. He kind of brags about it. But Daz stealing reels from the Death Row Archive or Pacific Title Archive, whatever it was. He was lead producer at the time. But can you tell me the story about Daz taking reels that didn't belong to him?
Well, that's what Daz claims. Well, it's kind of true a little bit, I guess. But the way he make it sound like he stole the whole vault, everything. Number one, Daz ain't never been a Pacific Archives in his life. Now that I think about it, I ain't gave that nigga permission to go to Pacific Archives. But you can call a runner, and a runner would bring it to you. But they wouldn't bring no more than 2 to 3 reels at a time, 4 at the most. And so we have gotten word that Daz had, because I told you of the relationship with Maria, right? Had some reels at the house where they lived. Like, really, Maria? Daz got some, would you bring them up there? It was at Track Studio. Butch Small, for those of y'all know, Butch Small was there. And I said, bring them up. And Suge was up there entertaining Maria, and she brought them up there. Loaded them up in the back of her G-Wagon and brought them all up there. And I said, I just want to listen to them, Maria. See what's on there. But, because we didn't want her getting beat up or anything. So what I had Real do, not Real, Butch do, I had a bunch of blanks, and I had them take the reels out and put the blanks into the box and told her, take these home. She did that on 2 different occasions. Y'all say, okay, Reggie lying. Daz had an album, Tupac and Daz Dillinger out, and I was paying $50 a CD. Well, yeah, he might have got some out from some dads or whatever. But trust me, trust me, trust me. For those of y'all who believe Daz is the one that linked out the Machiavellis, number one, he didn't have access to that. They came from a dad. But 2, if Daz Dillinger had anything with Reggie Wright rapping on it, it would have been Daz Dillinger and Reggie Wright. Daz Dillinger and Snoop Dogg. Daz Dillinger and anybody. Because Daz loved to be on beats. Daz loved the shine more than the grind, the gold, the money. You either want the shine or the mine. Daz loved shine more than mine. And he would have been on every song if that was the case. He's a producer. That's what he does. He knows how to do all of that. He can easily take vocals off and all of that and put his vocals on stuff. He did it to Usher. Telling y'all, one of the best remix I ever heard was done by Usher, done by Daz with Usher on it. That's what he do. Art of that, king of that, back in the 90s. And so Daz capping when he said that. If he got 4 to 5 possible, but trust me, Pacific Archives would have called me if he was making anything and getting anything outrageous, any outrageous number of reels sent to him. And Daz is outright lying. And trust me, if that was the soul, it would have been out by now. It would have been out, other than what the little bit that y'all heard. With them, 6 songs, 8 songs, 10 songs, I don't know. With Daz, but guess what he called it? Daz Dillinger and Machiavelli, or Machiavelli and Daz Dillinger. That's Daz.
He always claimed too that he did 2 songs with Biggie and that he hasn't done anything with him, but that he was going to do something. But that just speaks more to your point about if he did, it would already be out by
It
now.
would have been out. Daz love it. Daz would have put it out. You know, people always say they got these songs and got this. You can't do nothing without the estate Biggie Small or Christopher Wallace and the estate of Tupac Shakur and or Tupac's estate. You can't do nothing without them anymore. And so people can always say what they're gonna do and stuff, but the best thing to do is go with them and make a deal. They like to make money too. They want money. Go make a deal with them if you got them. But that's just people capping. But if not, they're do a deal. They looking for material. Why y'all thinking ain't been no Tupac albums? They ain't got it. They got a little bit, but they probably release that when they do their documentary that they're working on. They're going to do some new songs. They're going to give y'all something new. But it ain't no albums work. And they looking for it. They call me daily for footage and material and licensings and stuff. I sent you an email, John, when we were trying to get some stuff right. And so, man, I mean, they looking. So if you got it, stop trying to go around it. Stop trying to beat them. Go and make a deal with the estates. They'll pay. If not, I thought I had. If they ain't talking right, the paperwork ain't right. You ain't got to beat people. People play fair now, especially when it's limited. Why you think? Go try to buy a steak right now at the grocery store. They higher now. They talking about right now Similac. What happens when stuff get a demand? Companies start trying to make deals, and what they do, they raise the price up. When there's lack of something, the price goes up.
Okay, speaking of Dre, you had mentioned that Damon Thomas got slapped by Dre at one point. Do you know that story? Can you talk about that?
Don't know the story. I just know that's why we got on Damon's radar, because Dre was really signed with Ray Parker Jr. back in the day, and I did some stuff with Brandy. Did some music with Brandy and stuff when she was hot in like 94, 95. And so that's when Pac and them got, he got on Pac's radar, or Danny, or I don't even know how the introduction. I think it was because of the settlement, because Suge had to work that deal out, because even though Dre got to walk away, we still had to deal with his lawsuits and stuff. And yeah, Damon got bitch slapped and slapped the shit out of him by Dre, which is understandable, because he's a bitch. But yeah.